a member of our Guam family here is going next level. I mean, I'm a big sports guy and everything like that. I grew up watching, NFL, college football, Olympics, wide world of sports, all that stuff and everything like that. I cannot even imagine the next level training you have to do to be an American Ninja Warrior. And we have one of them in the Zoom room right now, Guam's own Deren Perez. Hafa and good morning, my bro.
Hafa, thank you for having me. This is an honor, so I really appreciate this.
Dude, the honor's always ours, man. Whenever we get like any American Ninja Warrior, but specifically like one from our shores over here, that's an amazing treat. So maybe just to start out with and everything like that, tell us what's your athletic background, and what's some of the training you've already had, and then what got you into wanting to become a Ninja Warrior contestant.
So my athletic background, in high school, I was playing basketball, JV, varsity, and then kind of just played random sports here and there, nothing really too serious after high school. I really never found anything that suited me. And it wasn't until roughly around 2015 that my wife and I were sitting on the couch watching the old version of Ninja Warrior called Sasuke. And we're watching that, and I made a comment of, something I really wanted to try and do because it just looks really fun. And she challenged me. She said, let's find an event and let's do it. So we found an event. At this time, I was living in London. The UK, and we found an event in London 2 weeks later. And they hosted 1,500 competitors that weekend, and had 2 courses. Of the 1,500, only one person actually made it through both courses. And I didn't realize at the time, but I was that individual who made it through both courses. And I realized that this sport was something that was special to me because I had a natural talent and ability for the sport. So I just started training at it and kept going for it.
Mm-hmm. What was the competition like? I mean, like going out there, I mean, Guam athletes, we have, like, we're bred differently and everything like that, not just because of the climate and because of, the conditions we have to train under. I mean, I've told people, like, for years, you go to grandma's house, you go to your nana and you move like a 50-pound bag of rice and everything. That's the same as doing like 50-pound squats and everything like that. But there's also an island pride that we carry, and you've got an entire island, watching you, and you've got 671 on your heart and everything. So what was that like to kind of like draw on your strength as an islander as you went about the competition?
Being able to represent, our people, our culture is definitely something I pride myself on, because having the honor to showcase what we can do as islanders is definitely a pride thing. So carrying our flag to all my competitions is something I make sure I do, and I fly it proudly because, there's no other feeling just going out there and representing for all of us.
Mm-hmm. You've been at this quite a few years. I know I've done a couple of features with you, tried out one of the camps, and you also helped me with
operative word, tried.
Some tips with the trench challenge. But you're here on Guam. I did want to go back just a little bit to kind of find out how you were able to maintain your training, because last year obviously was difficult for all of us, but here we are. We're about to watch you on American Ninja Warrior tomorrow. So how did you keep up with your training?
So training, has always been difficult for me because I've always lived in places that did not have a Ninja Warrior training facility near me. I mean, when I was in the UK, the nearest one was about 2.5 hour drive. When I was in San Diego, the nearest one was another 2.5 hour drive. I had a couple backyard things here and there, but what really drove me was something I live by every day, and that's literally just as simple as no excuses. I do not allow myself to give myself any excuses because I'm competing against these top dogs, these kids who have been doing it, who live at the gym day in and day out. And in order to be competitive against them, I couldn't allow myself to provide excuses. So I built like a small rig in my backyard. I did a lot of mimic of movement for specific obstacles, and just a lot of grip training, endurance training, and a lot of imagination really is what was key to my training. So just going through all of that, with obviously motivation, trying to get out there and get my name out there is definitely a struggle. But again, living by the motto of no excuses really helped me get through everything.
Mm-hmm. Now you're an elite athlete, but you're also in very elite company because there have been people that have competed with ties to Guam in the American Ninja Warrior community and everything like that. What's your relationship with like Billy Navarrete? Because he's a good friend of ours, and he got started. And he was doing even before he got in the Ninja Warrior circuit, he was doing like the parquet thing, and he really like brought that up, and people were like, "Wow, this is a fantastic workout," and you basically use your environment. So have you guys been able to network or kind of like share some training tips? And
yeah, I know Billy pretty well as well. We were actually out a couple years ago in the Philippines doing an event out there. And that's where we really met in person, and we hung out a lot. So we definitely have a good friendship. Billy and I have networked and talked, a lot in behind the scenes as far as training. Once I get on Guam, things we can do. So there's a lot of potential for us to really set the sights for Ninja Warrior here in Guam. So it's the networking it's definitely there.
Now I want to ask you about your training regiment because you said you started in basketball and you've done like other sports, but with this particular sport, basically there isn't like a muscle group in your body that you don't have to have completely refined, and your cardio has to be different. The endurance factor has to be like really managed and everything like that. I mean, I grew up playing volleyball, so for me it was always about quads, calves, back, and arms and everything like that. What's your training regiment like, and how do you separate that? Like, because most people just know, even people that do like circuit training is like, one day's leg day, another day's, more about cardio and everything like that. So what's your regiment like?
So ninja specific, it's really, I break it down into like 3 different categories: technique, stamina, and then power, like strength. So what I do for strength, it's usually upper body. I do a lot of upper body pull-ups. The other day, I had me and my friend at the end of our 2-hour session, I made us do a 100 pull-up challenge in 10 minutes. So it's that's a lot of our stamina training. For power, we'll do weighted vests, and we'll start doing more pull-ups with more weights. And then obviously technique-based, depending on which obstacles we're working that day, we'll work on technique. And within technique falls a lot of balance, because a lot of people think of Ninja Warrior as only upper body obstacles, but in reality, you have to be very versatile, because balance is one of those things that's very tricky, and you can't really predict what that balance obstacle is going to do. Because one thing they don't tell you is we don't get to practice these obstacles on the show. You get to see the rules, you get one person demo it one time, and then the rest is up to you with your imagination. When it's your turn, you're up and the cameras are rolling. So you definitely have to have a wide range of balance abilities to attack those obstacles.
So take me through that real quick. Okay, so like the cameras are about to roll. You're about to do like, I guess, a take. As we say in the biz and everything like that. You're standing on the platform. Your number's up. All eyes on you and everything like that. What goes through Deren Perez's mind? You're getting there. Do you close your eyes and say a prayer? Do you focus and fixate on a particular obstacle and everything like that right before the whistle blows and everything like that? Where are you mentally?
So first, I like to kind of ease my nerves, because it is nerve-wracking. Every single time you step up there, it's nerve-wracking. So me personally, I like to play with the crowd just to get them going, get the smiles going, and just get that energy, that vibe working in my favor, because later on, that's what I'm going to need. Once I get all those nerves out, then I start to zone in and focus on the course. And prior to stepping up to the block, I've ran the course at least 100 times in my head at all the different possibilities of ways I could fail, ways I could succeed, ways I can attack the obstacle. So at that point, I'm just focused in and letting that mentality take over, that mental success on the course take over, and let my body just follow through.
Do you guys get advance notice of the course before you go on the show? You have an idea of what the obstacles are, or is it
Nope,
a surprise?
not at all. So the day of, we fly in, for example, on the qualifiers, right? The qualifiers was held up in Tacoma. We all flew up there together, right? Everyone met there at the hotel, did all the admin work, whatnot. And then when we got transported over to the course, we were in two groups, right? A morning group, afternoon group. And each group, as soon as they get there, they run through rules. You do the rules of all the obstacles, they do the demo of the obstacles, and then they put you to the back room. And literally, whenever they're ready, they start calling numbers and they tell you start warming up, and off you go. It's that quick, no notice. You only got X amount of time to think about these obstacles.
Mm-hmm. Are you aware of your own adrenaline, and how do you actually manage that? Because there is that natural attraction that people have to you, because they're like, oh wow, you're a Pacific Islander, you're not from this big country that I'm from and everything like that. You're really, really cool, and you're humble. You're exhibiting what we do as Chamorros and everything like that. So obviously that's going to get you like a little hype and everything like that. But you need some of that reserve to get you some of those crazy obstacles. So like, how do you manage your nerves?
So for me, meeting people it's always a fun to me. I love meeting new people and sharing our culture, right? That's the beauty of meeting new people. I get to express where I'm from, what we're about. And so that really doesn't bother me too much. What gets to me is when I'm getting ready for the course, like you talked about, the adrenaline, it just starts to pump, right? Mm-hmm. Everything's going, palms are sweating. You're really, really getting anxious. And for me, I've been practicing a lot of mental focus and breathing techniques, because with the breathing techniques, it helps slow your heart rate, it helps keep you calm and in control, so that way you can dictate what you're going to do rather than letting your heart rate dictate what you're doing.
For sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
You talk about the mental game, but when you go to these competitions, and I want to know more about the behind the scenes type of thing, when you meet up with these other competitors, they're like, hey man, you're going down, or anything like that, or is everybody like, oh yeah, you're so good?
How's your trash talk game?
Yeah.
Actually, the Ninja Warrior community is it's very different than any other sport. And we, you guys will watch the show, we have guys who are professional athletes. We have NFL players that compete on this. We had gold medal Olympic athletes compete on this. And each time I've talked to all these individuals, they say the Ninja Warrior community is nothing like anything else they've ever seen, because although we are kind of competing against each other, we're not really. We're all against the course. So like someone who just went down, as soon as he went down, everyone's all, hey man, they're giving him the praise he needed because the stuff he did good on, and then in return he's helping everybody. Hey, this thing spins a lot faster than I anticipated. Watch out for that. So you would think like he would keep that to himself, but in the Ninja Warrior community, it's not about being selfish, or not about you. It's about the community, and the goal is to overcome these obstacles. So it's really us versus the obstacles, and anything we can do to help each other out to overcome these obstacles is definitely what the community has come about, and is to help bring up that positivity.
Well, Deren, let me ask, do you golf?
I have golfed before, yes.
Because I was wondering, because I was like, the opposite, the natural, antithesis of adrenaline is that little birdie that starts talking in the back of your head of self-doubt, or it'd be so much easier if I just gave up or quit and everything like that. And I brought up golf and everything because, like you said, it's just you against the course, and at the end of the day, you may have a bunch of people saying, you can do this and everything like that, but it's you out there, and you are your own team and everything like that. So how do you stave off, just a natural ability to say, like, it'd be so much easier and it's low-hanging fruit if I just fell or something like that? What keeps you going?
Um, as my wife would say, I'm just a stubborn guy. I don't like to give up. I don't like to quit.
Are you a Taurus?
So there's just times I'm up there and my forearms are burning. I feel like quitting. I feel like just falling down, and somehow, some way, I find that second wind to just blow past. And I was like, look, it's either I fall here right now, be done with, or I make two more moves, suck it up, and get that pride, get that victory that I've been wanting to complete that obstacle. And sometimes it works out, and sometimes even though I give it my all, your body just gives out on its own. So it's definitely a struggle to overcome those things.
Well, tell you what, you've metaphorically got an entire island. You got 170,000 people. If you're up on one of those obstacles thinking you're gonna fall, you got a bunch of people like holding you up. And we want to invite you guys to come and check out the watch party for the Guahan Ninja himself. Poof! Deren Perez. There's going to be a watch party tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. over at the venue in Agana. So come out, show your love, show your support. And Deren, you're going to be there, right, at the watch party?
Yes, I am going to be there. I'm going to be there a little bit earlier. So if anyone wants to come out, just kind of hang out, do a little meet and greet everybody. I'll be there around 6:15, 6:30. And the show actually starts at 7. So once it starts, come on over. If you're running late, just have a seat, chill out, and enjoy the show.
Very cool. And
I wanted to ask about this before we let you go. Is this like really part of your training regiment?
Oh, we got the video up from your Instagram page.
Yeah, I was just looking at your Instagram. That's pretty insane.
Which one?
It's the one where you're jumping over a...
On the swing set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at the park. Because right now I'm currently living here on base, and there's a park right outside our house. And there's a swing set. So me and the kids are like, Dad, can you do a Superman push-up over this swing? I was like, well, we won't know till we try. So there are a couple of, fail Fridays that's going to happen in there. And it took a couple tries, but eventually I got it. Basically just did a Superman push-up over the swing as it swung up underneath me. So it was fun.
Okay, so how many takes did it take you to actually do it? Or is it one and done?
No, it did take me a few times. I want to say it took me about 10 to 15 tries before I actually landed it perfectly.
Well, you know what, Deren, as they say, I mean, you anybody can train and anybody can get in shape, and you can teach being mentally strong and everything like that, but having heart is something that only a few people are really, really born with to do, what they love doing. And you've obviously got that in abundance. And you've also got an entire community behind you, supporting you, cheering you on, showing your love and everything like that. And so everybody, please make sure to come out tomorrow at the venue at 6:30 p.m. It's a meet and greet. You can hang out with Deren. Stay socially distant. Be cool.
Mm-hmm. And you can watch him competing in American Ninja Warrior. That's 7 o'clock tomorrow night, Tuesday, on KUAM TV8. Deren, Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Congratulations on all your success, man. So because you are such an inspiration, if we can just get like maybe a few words to young people who might be watching this and say like, wow, that guy's really, really cool. I think I would like to try that, or I think I can do that. What would you say to the young people?
So surprisingly to me, I came home and I've heard rumors that from my wife's side of the family, right? There's a couple of kids there who've been waiting to meet me, and I had no idea that they have been following me. I mean, they've been telling me my life story about Ninja Warrior. I cannot believe how much I've actually become an inspiration to the younger generation. So I definitely would say, like I tell my own kids, no matter where you come from or what your life has been like, it is your choice to choose what you're going to end up. Don't let others dictate your life, right? You can do anything. All right. I've become from very humble beginnings. I've been there. I've been on food stamps. I've been on, WIC. I've done all that both as a child and as an adult. And you just got to hang in there, fight through whatever it is you're going through. And in the end, just if you don't give up, you get there and you achieve your dreams. So the younger generation, Ninja Warrior was definitely my venue. If it's something that you're interested in, let's talk. If not, just find that thing that gets you going and don't give up on it.
That's perfect,
Awesome.
man. All right. All right. Better to be a role model than an Instagram model. Deren, we wish you continued success, man. We're really proud of
Yes.
you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Deren. He's gonna again American Ninja Warrior. That's tomorrow night, 7 p.m. on KUAM TV8. Also, there's a meet and greet. The venue.
Yep. Go out and check it out at 6:30 down at the venue. It's in Igania. Say
I'll
hi
see
to
you
our
guys
friend
then.
Phil Roberto for us.
Yes, and of course, Deren.
For sure.
All right.
Have a good
Thank
one,
you.
Deren.
Okay, guys.
Okay, so
Take
I
care.
think we have one more piece of business to get to, Bree, before we put the show in the history books. We got Cover Me.
Yes, we do, and we'll have that right after the break.
Yep.
Breeze
KUAM Digital
93.
presents a series highlighting the wide array of talents on our island. Whether they're a standout gamer, extreme athlete, performer, or have a unique skill to show off, we're showcasing them every month on Wow Factor. Brought to you by Mountain Dew.